So yesterday we talked about the Adam style. Today we're going to talk about the early classical revival. And this was from the 1770s to the 1850s. The interesting features about this house is this is some of the first large representation of large Doric columns that we see on this style house. It mimics a lot of the features of the Adam style, with some of the ornamentation of the entry, the decoration of the pediment, pilasters at the entry, things like that. The elevated floor level with stairs that walk up to a stoop. In this case, it's actually the stoop gets much larger and it becomes a porch. Typically a two-story porch with a gable over the entry with some form of decorative element, either a ellipse or maybe a half circle within that gable. That large porch over the front entry was 2 stories, like I said, and supported by typically 4 large columns. Very simple columns, either a Doric style or a Tuscan style, which is a very simple, non-ornate column. The massing was very similar to the Adam and the Georgian style homes, but the early classical revival introduces that front porch element with the large 2-story columns. This style also has what was typical with the Adam and the Georgian, which is the series of 5 windows on the second floor and 4 windows with the front door symmetrical center in the massing of the front facade, very similar to the previous 2 yesterday and the day before. So if you missed those videos, you can check them out on the website at whitewashstudio.com. You could search for them or just browse through the YouTube channel. They'll be listed there. So the massing of this house is very similar to the previous 2. We've got typically a 2-story structure with a gable on either end. What really starts to separate and define this house is the front porch element. Start to see more of a front porch develop on these houses with the four columns. Stairs coming up to this front porch. Then we have our simple column. And fairly detailed entablature here around this and a front gable that would go. This is pretty crude drawing, sorry guys. You'd have some detail here, and then your front door, which typically was a paneled door. I've noticed I say typically a lot, so I apologize about that. At the front door, and then these large windows here. Sometimes you would see additional columns on the side here, and that would go up and add a little bit more detail. In this, like I said, you would see some kind of arch element or some kind of decoration up there.